So, in today's episode of Topper Talks, we have with us Dr. Aya M. Suresh, All India Rank 2 in AIPGT 2020. In PG Counseling, she has opted for Ayurveda College BHU in the Department of Shalya. So, welcome Dr. Arya to Apta Ayurveda.
Thank you.
So, let's start today's. So, actually, the first question which I would like to know from you is that tell us something about your background.
Okay, introducing myself, I am Dr. Aryan Suresh. I completed my schooling from Kendriya Vidyalaya, Trivandrum, Kerala, and then I completed my graduation BMS from Pankaja Kasturi Ayurveda Medical College in Kerala, which is a well-known college in Kerala, from the year 2013 to 2019. And currently, I'm going to pursue my PG studies in Banaras Hindu University in Department of Shalya Tantra. That's briefly about
Okay,
me.
okay, that's good to know about you. So, can you share some or any memories which you would like to share with us?
Your voice was not clear. I didn't hear. Can you repeat
Okay,
it?
actually, I'm asking you, can you share some insights about your BMS journey, about your UG days?
Okay. About my BMS journey, at first, I didn't plan to get into BMS like many other people. I wrote entrance and I got admission in BMS, so I took it. And when I joined my first year, I could manage it because I already knew Sanskrit. I had studied Sanskrit in my school days, so it was not a problem for me like many other people. So it was an advantage for me really. And then almost in all the years, I was able to score about 70 percentage of marks in almost all the years. And in my second year, I was topper in my college, and also I was topper in the subject as a Shastra and Vaishya Kalpana. And so, and in my college, all the faculties were very supportive, and my college in that college there was a complete good mood to study. Everyone was very supportive, and they were very concerned about studies in that college. So I didn't find much difficulty throughout my BMS life in studying particular subjects and all. And I really enjoyed also my BMS life without any complaints.
Okay. So, since you have told about your BMS journey very well, so I want to ask you which year you found it very tough? Which was the toughest year for you in the BMS?
I think the toughest year was final year because we had a lot to cover subject wise. That is, modern too was a big problem for us because in our BMS syllabus, as we all know, we should manage both modern as well as our basic subjects. So I think fourth year was a little bit difficult to me, but I could manage it well.
Okay. So actually, I wanted to since you have done Sanskrit in school level also, right? In school level,
Yeah.
you have Sanskrit. So it was particularly was easy for you.
Yeah, most probably it was easy when compared to other people who don't have any exposure to
Okay.
Sanskrit and all like
Okay.
that.
Okay. So actually, I want to ask you what is your motive to go for the PG? Were you crystal clear during BMS itself, or you just want to after BMS you just want for?
Uh, During my UG days, I didn't know anything about PG, and I was not much aware about PG and all. Later on, when I came to my internship days, by continuous interaction with my teachers and all, I came to know the relevance of PG nowadays, and how it helps us to develop us academically as well as professionally. And now in our career, PG is a must, I think. So it is an inevitable part of our career. So that was my motive. I have never planned before my UG days to go for PG and all. Just came like that during my internship period.
Okay, just want to clear one thing. Do you have you started preparing for PG in internship or after internship?
Like any other person, I also tried to do my preparation along with my internship, but in the first 2 3 months itself, I realized that it is very hard to manage both hospital duties as well as the preparation for PG simultaneously. So then I decided to stop it and concentrate on my hospital duties, and I thought that I'll give a complete 1 year after my internship period for my preparation, because it takes its own time to completely
Okay,
cover all the topics and all like that.
okay. So, being All India Rank 2, you have every specialty to opt for. Then why you have choose specifically Shalya Tantra? Why not any other department?
Yeah, okay. I have opted Shalya Tantra because always I thought that being a doctor, I should have some expertise in some clinical skills, in some specialty which provides us a lot of clinical skills along with academic efficiency. So, Shalya Tantra, when I thought of Shalya Tantra, it is a subject which satisfies both my needs, clinical skills as well as academic efficiency. And if I want to go for research also, it can be done. So this is the branch which satisfies all my needs. So I took Shalya Tantra.
Okay. Since, as you all know, that it's currently the hot topic, since you have student Shalya Tantra, so there has been recent notification of CCIM, which
Yeah,
admitted 58 different kind of surgeries. So, what's
yeah.
your take on it?
I think that
Do
it
you
should
think
be.
it will develop? Okay. Go on.
Yeah, I think that it is needed in our scenario, because all those modern topics we are being taught in our UG. So if we don't get a chance to practice that, then there's no need of that thing. Then there's no need of wasting our time as well as our head by studying all these things. So if we are studying, we should definitely get a chance to practice it also, to attain its skill and to practice it in a good manner, well expertised manner. So it is really a
Okay.
good thing, I think.
So, do you think this, since the latest notification of CCI, do you think that it will develop interest for students to opt for specializing in Shalya more?
Yeah, if they are interested in that subject, they will definitely have more confidence to take up that subject, I think.
Okay, since now rewinding back, so I want, since you have told you have started preparing for PG entrance exam after internship, you took 1 year full, preparation for it. So, coaching institute or only through
sorry I,
self-study?
sorry, I didn't hear the question. There was some disturbance. Hello.
Hello,
Hello.
can you hear me
Huh.
now?
Now I can hear.
Okay. There is a network problem. Sorry for that. So
Okay.
actually, I'm asking you, since you started your PG preparation after internship, so did you go for any coaching institute or was it only through self-study?
No, no. I did coaching from an institute in Kerala named CET Ayurveda, which is a well-known institute here. And the faculties, and it is conducted by very eminent faculties. And once I joined there, I found their teaching way as very innovative and a refreshing one. They had a systematic approach towards teaching us, and also I used to strictly follow all the guidances given by those teachers, because when we do like that, if we do, our 50 percentage of our job is completed. Then it becomes easy in our studies as well as in revision also. They help us a lot, and their test series were very helpful in those changed pattern of exam also. It became very effective, and amidst this COVID pandemic and all, they stood up with us till the end, and they were very encouraging. So it was a nice experience in that coaching center, and we also got a lot of opportunity to do group discussions among students, and also clearance of doubt and etc. So it was a very good experience.
Okay, since there was in between there was COVID-19 pandemic,
Yeah,
so what was the preparation after that? Since there was no offline classes, right?
yeah, yeah.
Or it was so it was online everything.
uh, before this COVID, all our syllabuses were covered offline only.
All right.
And
Okay, okay.
then when the revision time came, COVID started. So then all those were online only. But they managed it very well. They never made us bored in home, and we never had to waste our time. Every time they will provide some group discussions among students or quiz, and some they will conduct some programs like that. And so we were never bored because of this extended time of exam and all. So
Okay.
almost syllabus almost it was covered offline only. Then when the test
Okay.
series started, it became online.
So, what do you think actually? Can one prepare for self-study or they need a specific coaching institute to join to guide them?
In my opinion, when I tried to study during my internship period, I thought that we can do it by ourselves and all. But when we look at the vast topic from first year to fourth year, it is very difficult for us in 1 year to find out which is important topic and which is not. But when we attend a coaching center, they already have an experience of so many years of teaching, so they know the exam pattern and all, and they can definitely help us to get rid of the 50% of our challenge, that is what to study and what not to study. So it is very important in entrance to know what we should avoid and what we should focus on. So in my opinion, I think coaching will definitely help us, as the syllabus is so vast.
Okay. Okay. Can you please give an insight about daily schedule during or preparing tests? What are study hours in those days when you're preparing?
Okay. At first, said before that I completely followed my coaching center. Then also, first we started studying Samhitas. We read Samhitas. Actual text I read it fully once along with my coaching materials, and whenever I studied the text, I used to collect the extra points from that, and I used to add it on to our CET notes, which is our coaching material. So when I take time for revision, then there is no need of starting from beginning, looking at this voluminous text and all, if we note down the extra points in that notes. So it became very helpful for me. And one important thing is that I never calculated the study hours. Whenever I get time, we are all humans now, so sometimes we get bored, sometimes uh, we uh, we sleep and all, and sometimes we have to go to some other places or something like that. So I didn't kept like a pattern, like today I have to complete this and all, but in 1 week I had a strategy of completing a topic in 1 week. And if one day if I study less also, then I will compensate it in another day. Like that I did, but I never calculated my study hours and all.
Okay. Since you took break in between the study hours, so what were you actually doing in between those study hours to rejuvenate your mind or fresh your mind up a bit?
Yeah. Daily, I used to take half an hour to 1 hour watching my favorite musical show in TV and like that, or doing some hobbies and all that. I think everyone should do that, because when we sit in front of our books from morning till evening, everyone will get bored. It is a human nature. So if we do something like that, if we pursue some hobbies in between, because it is a 1 year long process, so daily, if we do some hobbies like that, our mind will get refreshed. As I said, so one can do what he or she likes by taking a small break of 1 hour, half an hour, 1 hour, etc.
Okay, excellent. So actually, I want to ask you what kept you motivated during your preparation? Since it was a long 1 year of preparation, and then in between there may have been ups and downs. So what kept you motivated? And sometimes you may feel that is I am feeling better. So what are your insights?
Okay. The motivation is, I think that our motivations should come from within. If you keep motivated always yourselves, then there is no need of any other person who should come and motivate us. If you think that you should achieve something from within, from inside you, and you work for it, whether anything happens, if you work for it giving your 100%, then it is itself a motivation. You should have a want that I should get a seat, I should not waste my 1 year by sitting idly like that. You should be motivated from within yourself itself. So then there is no need for any other person to come and motivate us, I think.
Okay. Yes, the motivation should be within us. So
Within.
also many students ask that does the BMS study form a major part of the PG exam, or is it significantly more one has to cover?
I think that during our BMS time period, what basics which we learn, which we form a base. We should form a base already in our UG studies, and that will help a lot in our PG, because in UG time, for example, we study a lot of shlokas and all. Uh, we may know the content or we may not know the content, but sometimes we for our exam purpose, for a theory purpose, we study a lot of shlokas and all. But when I started studying for PG, I came to know that all those can be recollected by reading one time or twice. So if our basis, our foundation is well in UG itself, it gives a lot of help in our PG studies as well.
Okay. So I want to know you about bit about your strategy. Actually, how you have prepared for the Samhitas and how you prepared for the modern part also, since it is also forms a major part in Ayurvedic studies.
Yeah. So for Samhitas, at first we should have a thorough reading of all the Brihatrayis, that is first Charaka Samhita, then Sushruta Samhita, and then Ashtanga Hridaya. So in the first phase of my studies, I read all these texts, actual texts, along with my coaching materials. And as I said earlier, I used to note down the extra points into the notes itself. And then after when we study Samhitas, at first we should focus on Sutrasthana and Sharirasthana, and then move on to all other sthanas. Because after completing Samhitas, when we come to specific subjects and all, we'll realize that a major portion of it is covered in the Samhitas itself, and that is in the Sutra and Sharira portion. So it should be given more importance, I think. And later on, the Lakhutrayis and Kashyapa Samhita, we can do it along with our subject itself. Like, for example, Kashyapa Samhita can be done along with Kaumara Bhritya. Sharangadhara Samhita can be done along with Vaishya Kalpana. Bhavaprakasha can be done along with Dravya Guna, and like that. And also
Okay.
about modern portions, I think that it is not really possible in 1 year to take a modern text as such and read whole of it, and it is of no use also. Almost if we get 5 to 10 questions also, almost of it would be from our clinical knowledge, which we get from our get during our internship period or during our UG time. And then also we should not leave modern. I used to read all those modern topics in the guides which were available to me. It was very well written in Govind Parikh and Ayurveda Samichaya, all the important points related to modern topics, subject wise itself. So I think it's enough for everyone.
Okay. So modern part is just that there are mainly 5 to 10 questions, right? And main forms is Brihatrai, the main important point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Modern, we can actually do it from our UG knowledge, and also by reading these topics which are given in the guides, we can manage
Okay.
most of the questions.
Okay. Okay. So I want to ask you, what was the strategy in the last month, where the
Yeah,
adrenaline rush is very high in the last month? So what was the strategy, and
yeah.
how did you revise the topics, all the topics?
In last month prior to exam, actually, at first I didn't have a timetable and all. But in the last month, I myself made a timetable, and in that we should see that we are covering all the topics with equal importance, and at least 3 times we should cover it before the exam. All these topics, everything should be given equal importance. Like that I studied, and before 1 week and all, we can give stress more on the important points which we feel are important by solving the question papers and all. We'll find out the important areas now. So in the last week and all, we can just check on that important points and all.
So can you please share with us which books did you follow for MCQs?
Okay, actually, I followed Ayurveda Sangraha by Govind Parikh and also Ayurveda Samuchaya. Then my coaching material called CET Notes and that test series also I followed. And in my opinion, we should keep our resources to minimum, and we should repeat the same books again and again instead of searching for more new books and all. So we should try to keep our resources minimum and then repeat and revise it again.
Okay. So what was the toughest and easiest section of PG preparation according to you? How did you handle it? What was the most toughest and easiest section?
During my
Yes.
preparation, the toughest part was to maintain that energy, that strength throughout the 1 year long process. I said earlier that we all are humans, so we get bored, and sometimes we think that we can't do that and all. But we should not lose our hope. If 1 or 2 days if we fail also, you should think that I can make it up. 1 year long, 1 year is ahead in front of us. So if we feel like that we can't do also, you should never give up. You should remain motivated till the end. And while giving your exam also, you should think that I have read all these things for 1 year. I have learned a lot for 1 year. Only those questions would be asked. So you should be very confident while till giving your exam.
Okay, I just wanted to ask, and which was the toughest subject for you related to BMS and PG, and which was the easiest also, easiest
Okay.
one, which you liked?
Subjects.
Yes.
My toughest subject, I think it is Dravya Guna, because there is a lot to really remember. Thinking that it was difficult for me. And then my easiest subject, I think Samhitas were really easy for me, like Charaka Samhita and all. I did revise it very fastly, so I think it was easy for me because I
Okay.
had a good base in UG, so it was really easy for me.
So, what's your message for students preparing for this year?
Okay, message to the students is that you should mainly remember two important points while preparation. That is revision and also solving of previous year question papers. You should never compromise with these two because these are going to give you a very good score actually. And then you should never put yourself in any strain or should not feel like it is a burden. You should if you enjoy this long process, then I think that it will you'll feel like a simple game or something. So try to enjoy this process throughout this 1 year. And also, like I said before, never sit in front of book all the time. Take some break every day to pursue your hobbies as such. And also, the most important thing I did was I never compromised with my sleep. I always tried to make sure that I slept for at least 5 to 6 hours. This is very important. Some people just compromise their sleep and all for studying a lot. So that should not be done, in my opinion. And also, if you are going for PG, there should be a motivation from within. And you should not go for it under any pressure or under any compulsion. Or if you really want to do your PG, if you really want to enjoy doing PG, then you should try. And it is not an ultimate thing and all. If you really want to do it, you just give it a try. Don't think that it is the ultimate thing and all, and just enjoy the process and do what your mind says.
Okay. Will it be very good if they start early in the BMS course, or they can also start like you in after internship also, like full focus for 1 year, and they can crack it?
Yeah, actually they can crack like that, but if they are starting early also, it is very good itself. Because if we start early, like I said, I was not aware about PG and all in my UG studies. Later on only I came to know about its importance and all. So if they are willing to do it earlier, it is very good. They can form a very good base, and they will not have to leave 1 year and all. They can easily crack in internship period itself. So if they are capable of managing it, it is well and good.
Okay, very well put it out by Ms. Dr. Arya. So we come to the end of our session, and but last but not the least, we would like to ask, where does Dr. Arya see herself after 10 to 15 years?
Actually, I had not planned anything yet.
Okay.
Uh, in my life, also, I have not planned anything. Entering into BMS and then into PG, all those happened naturally only. And I also believe in destiny. So I think that now I'm just going to concentrate in my PG studies and all. I think that when the right time comes, right thing will come to me itself. So I have not planned anything now.
Okay, so you're going with the flow.
Yeah, I'm going with the flow. I would like to take life as it comes.
Okay, thank you. That's it.
Thank you.
Today's session we got to know about the journey of Dr. Arya, who secured All India Rank 2 in AIPGT 2020. I hope you got inspired by her story, by her journey, and I hope will get success in those subsequent years of AIPGT exam. So thank you, Dr. Arya, for joining us and for giving
Thank
us time. It was very pleasure talking to you.